Hello, I am Lauren Hartling. I'm the interpretive specialist for marine mammals at the Vancouver Aquarium. We don't often consider ourselves researchers. We're interpreters. We get paid to talk, and we're very, very good at it. But one of the goals I had for myself this year was to do a bit of research, specifically on the calls to action that we do in our interpretive programs. So there you go. You can start off with an adorable picture of a California sea lion. Oh, the one that's marked. Okay, cool. So maybe if you've never heard the term call to action before, just so we're all on the same page, in terms of how we use it at the Vancouver Aquarium, a call to action is an action that our guests who are watching that program can take in their daily lives. So perhaps it's the first time they've ever seen a sea otter, a very cute baby sea otter, which we now have 3 of. Maybe you want to find out how you yourself can help protect sea otters. Maybe it's something to do with a snake. Maybe you've always been terrified of snakes, but by coming to the snake program, you discover, okay, cool, they're actually not scary, they're important, I shouldn't be afraid of these creatures. We do have call to actions in basically every interpretive program at the Vancouver Aquarium. One of my favorites is in our 4D theater, one place you don't often expect to see it, for the porpoise.org group out there. This is Levi, the rescued harbor porpoise we took care of at the Vancouver Aquarium back in 2013. So at the front of the 4D film, you actually have this snippet of his rescue, rehabilitation, and release. So it's a really great opportunity to share one of those positive stories with people in a place where they actually can't run away from us. Also, the things you don't know. There was Oz! You guys are great. Yeah, that is an adorable, it's a cockroach. Cool, right? So yeah, we do bug programs and insect programs. So we actually bring a cockroach out. And so that is not the reaction I often get. I have parents running away terrified from me. But basically when it comes down to making a call to action, you gotta choose it wisely. You gotta make sure it is effective and gets your point across. So specifically with the marine mammal programs at the Vancouver Aquarium, I know this slide is a bit chaotic, but these are some of the main calls to action that we use. You can contact the Marine Mammal Rescue Center if you see an injured, orphan, marine mammal, even a sea turtle. You can choose ocean-wise seafood if you're watching our Strait of Georgia program all about sturgeon and rockfish. Don't eat rockfish, they're not sustainable, but there's other options out there for you. So we really try to give our audience really accessible things that they can do. Whether it's supporting research globally, managing their garbage to prevent entanglement. As you can see there's a California sea lion with entanglement injuries on it. Whether it's doing net studies, or one of my favorite calls to action that I've been using a lot more recently is inform yourself. Just take the time, ask questions. Don't just accept what's being given to you. Think about the world around you and go find your own information and share that information with friends and family because science is important. Now, I got the email about this being transmitted globally. That is not my cartoon, but no word of a lie. That cartoon comes from Big Fat Whale. So there you go. You can check out their stuff. So what I did was I ended up watching several of our dolphin programs at the aquarium, and we have 2 different types that we do. We have a caring for dolphins program, which gives people a better understanding of how and why we train the animals and why they're actually at the aquarium. Our actual dolphin show is more about BCCSN, which you heard about earlier, reporting cetaceans, and it's a really great call to action. So what I did was I actually watched 12 different programs, and I'm still in the process of doing this, but after each program I was able to talk to people and find out what they had remembered from the program. So the question I asked them was, based on the program you just watched, what can you do to help dolphins? So I found that 29% of the people I spoke to, of 55, did actually regurgitate BCCSN, the Whale Report app. They knew about it, they remembered it, partly because the interps are awesome and they say it a whole bunch of times. It's really cool, and people would come up and tell us stories about the time they saw this dolphin 5 years ago, and we're like, you can still report it, it totally counts. We also had 20% of the people saying membership. That is a call to action in the Caring for Dolphin program. So they were remembering it. And the really great thing is that these were the 2 highest numbers I had out of all of my stats. The last one there I put up, 18% were saying, don't litter. We don't mention that in the program. It's kind of funny and it's kind of sweet too. I guess you put people on the spot. What can you do to help dolphins? And they're throwing stuff at you. True, this does help dolphins, even though it's not directly in the program. But it's nice to know that a lot of the people that we do have coming to the aquarium already have that eco-conscious mindset. And we're just trying to foster that and make it a bit bigger. So there you go. Download the app. It is free. Whale Report, iPhone, Android. You can get it. You probably see more whales than I do. Other really cool things I found by talking to our cetaceans research team was they had done a survey themselves of the website users, because you can report not only on the app, as you've heard Jevin say, but also on the website. But 12% of 439 people surveyed heard about BCCSN by coming to the aquarium. That doesn't necessarily guarantee they saw it at a program, but hopefully they were talking to an interpreter, a staff member, a volunteer, so they are hearing it from us. And then 12% of 323 people surveyed had heard about the app from the aquarium as well. And it's also, again, back to the whole point of people are kind of eco-conscious. 83% of the people that were spoken to at an outreach survey that BCCSN did, they just wanted to do something to help protect cetacean and sea turtle populations. So, what does this all mean? It means that, first of all, interpretive programming at places, not only the Vancouver Aquarium, but anywhere, if you have a facility, get interpreters. We are effective. It's a really great way to connect people to the resource that you're trying to share, and it's a really effective way to get people to become active. So that's one of the take-home messages for you. Absolutely, we can be more effective, and that's a goal for myself for this coming year. I want to see if there's a different way to word our messaging, whatever it is. How can we be more effective to reach more people so we can get the story of echolocation studies or porpoise information or whatever it might be? How can we be more effective? Most importantly, we do love to talk, and if you give us enough time, we can pretty much connect anyone to anything, as random and strange as it might seem. So if you want your stuff talked about, come on over, find me. I'd love to talk about your stuff and work with you to be able to share more science, more research, more information about these amazing marine mammals that we are all here to celebrate. So definitely come and find me, and we can chat.